Good morning, team. With the mix-up with the time, I'm not sure. It doesn't matter, but I'm sure that made you wonder if we were doing an 8 p.m. stretch. It feels so dark in my world. I'm not used to this. I'm maybe this will help. Maybe that's a little better. Not so much. A little bit. We're going to see if Hopester can join us today, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how she'll do. So we'll see. But just like usual, we're using our ball or hedgie, something for your back stretch, and a bar or a roller or a ball to roll out your foot. And then we'll start with that left foot. Go ahead and roll it front to back over your apparatus. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. And then take it to the outside rim of the foot. Of all of the places she could play in the house, this is the spot because she loves you guys so much. So treasure it. And then roll to the inside rim of the foot. As you come into that, again, as we're going from position to position, you're intentionally trying to find, if you have a spot that needs a little bit more attention, you want to go into that, spend your time there, and then dig into the heel. As you're digging into the heel, again, it might be a little bit more on the outer rim of the foot or the inner rim of the foot. You want to go into that, press in, lean forward instead of leaning back. Wow. Sweet girl, that's right where you need to roll. And then hit the arch. Oh my goodness. Love that, Jackie. She is super helpful. She's super helpful. It looks like she's rolling out her paw. She's trying to figure it out though. She's like, why is this moving? When you go into the arch, it's the same thing we've talked about. You may need to just press in, stand on it, and pull back, and do that a few times as you try and find where that tension and tightness in the arch is. And then ball of the foot. So we scroll from the pinky toe over to the big toe. As you're doing that again, your goal is to knead out the tension where the toes insert into the ball of the foot. And then roll all the way heel to toe, roll through that full foot. We scroll through fairly quickly since our time is limited together, but if you have a spot that needs it, or if you want to hang out here for longer, feel the freedom to do that. And then step on the floor, compare your left foot to the right. The left foot should melt into the floor just a little more easily. The right foot, you can still feel that it's a little bit out of alignment. And then we take the right foot and start to roll over that bar or ball, whatever you have to use. Don't change the color on your head. As you assess this foot, it's going to feel different. Your tension is going to be different from side to side. So pay attention to what this one needs. Go to the outer rib of the foot. I don't want clever conversation. And then come to the inside rim of the foot. I just want someone that I can talk to. And dig into the heel. As you come into the heel once again, you'll have that little crunchy stuff. She was. Now she's off the bar. She has like a duck. Oh, it's like she heard us. She has a little duck she's trying to take care of. I was hoping that she would stay off the mat, but do you need a little stretching too today? And then go into the arch. She's trying not to make, no, Chels, unfortunately, it hasn't been. I mean, yes for me, not for Hope. And, okay, girl, okay. And Fire Sauce, they've both been sick, but different things, but. And then ball of the foot. So when you go to the ball of the foot, big toe to pinky toe, it's definitely, it's less, so I'm hoping we're just still inside that, figuring it out. She's still happy, regardless. And then from the ball of the foot, you're going to start that full rollout, heel to toe, all the way front to back. Now, step your right foot on the floor, compare it to the left, so your feet, when you're on the ground, they should feel more connected to the earth. We use that to our advantage. Come to the back of your mat, take a nice big deep breath in, arms come up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop your belly in, round your back. And then walk your hands forward. Squeeze your glutes. And then drop down, press through, so you have that extension. Lay your thighs on the floor, flatten the feet, and look back. Oh, I love that, Chelsea. I love that. And then hinge back into that child's pose. As you do that, you want to drop the hips so the hips come over the heels. That must have been the trigger. Nice big deep breath in. Oh, what's up, girl? As you exhale, slide back onto your hands and your knees. Dig your toes into the floor. Lift the hips into down dog. Float your right leg. All right, here we go, Chels. Pull that right leg into pigeon. Oh, sweetie, you're not going to get to stay in here. Can you chill? You can stay upright. You can crawl your body forward. Nice big deep breath in. As you exhale, try and let go of the tension in the hip. One more big breath in. As you exhale, push into your hands. Dig into that left foot. Lift the left knee. And then come back into a high hover. Low hover. Press your chest through. Inverted V, down dog. No biting. I love you. Float that left leg up and back behind you. No biting. Pull that left leg all the way through into pigeon. You get to choose. You can stay upright. You can crawl forward on your mat. As you exhale, try and release the tension in the hip. One more big breath in. As you exhale, push into your hands. Press into that right foot, hover the right knee, then step back into your high hover. Low hover. Press your chest through. Lift up and back into that inverted V down dog. Walk your hands back. Slowly roll all the way up. Squeeze your glutes. Press your hips forward. Shoulders are stacked right over your hips, right over your feet. And then take that left foot, place it on that right knee. It's going to be dangerous for me. And then sink into that stretch for the glutes. So we've done a lot of glute work this week, team. So as you come into that, if you want to find a wall or something to stabilize, go for it. Remember, sometimes when we come into that stretch, having a balance help will let us deepen into that. So if you need to use a chair, the couch, something to allow you to stabilize so you can drop deeper into that. Big breath in. As you exhale, switch. Go ahead and step that left foot on the floor. Place the right foot on the left knee and sink down. Pressing that right hip back. So taking my right knee down and pressing back is going to deepen the stretch. Once again, I could use a wall, a chair to stabilize. Big breath in. As you exhale, come up nice and tall, step both feet on the floor. Now take your left foot, cross it over. So we take that foot, we cross it over intentionally so we can get the IT band to stretch a little deeper. Take a big deep breath in, arms come up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop the navel to spine, round your back. Now as you come down towards the floor, it may be that you want to put your hands on a chair. You can play, honey, but no biting. So having something to lean on with your hands could potentially allow you to deepen the stretch. So find something to lean on a little bit, see if you can deepen that stretch. Otherwise, you're reaching towards the floor. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly roll all the way up. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the navel to spine, roll the shoulders back and down. Take that left leg, uncross it, and reach back. Grab it with that left hand. Now in that position, same thing, I can use a wall to stabilize. Otherwise, I tip forward. Let me turn to the side. As you tip forward, this is hip flexor, Lisa, trying to get that hip flexor to lengthen. Pull that foot back and press it into your hand. Reach your right hand in opposition. So I could also come right here and deepen that into some balance. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and come up, unhinge, set your left foot down, cross your right foot over your left. So now you go into the opposite. Big breath in, arms up. Exhale and hinge. Draw the navel towards the spine, hollow, and drop the arms. So if I want to use something, again, I could come up to a chair, I could come to a table, lean into that, and then press my hips back, and I might be able to deepen that stretch. So investigate for you what gives you the deeper stretch in that position, and then take a big breath in. As you exhale, slowly roll all the way up. Squeeze your glutes, pull your abs in, roll your shoulders back and down, uncross the right leg, and then reach back, grab it with that right hand. From there, tip forward, kick the foot into the hand, that's key. So if you kick the foot into the hand, you're gonna get the hip flexor on the right side to deepen just a little bit, to lengthen. Reach that left arm opposite. Grab a chair or a wall or a countertop. Inhale. Exhale, unhinge, set that right foot down, take a big deep breath in, arms come up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop the navel to spine, round to the back. Slide your hands up the shins, look forward, extension through the cervical spine. Slide back down with your hands, bend this left knee and bring the right hand up. Inhale. As you exhale, take that right hand, bring it to the left hip. Inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand back down to the mat. Switch that bend, so now the right knee bends, and then that left hand comes up towards the ceiling. Press your hips back. Inhale. Exhale, that hand comes over to your right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand back down to the mat. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll all the way up once again, articulating through your spine. And now we're going to stretch our back and see if we can get a little bit more range. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge, scoop and hollow. Walk the hands forward. Low hover. Press your chest through, lay your thighs down, flatten your feet. Sink back into that child's pose, bow your head. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, walk your hands back. Before we come onto our back, you're going to press into the hips and open up the chest. So some of you will have more range than others. You're trying to extend the hips, so you use the contraction of the glutes to press the hips up and then let your head drop back. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and sit the hips down. Take the legs out from underneath you so that you can lay flat on your back and make sure you have your apparatus for that back stretch close by. Now, once you lay down, assess that back gap. So feel beneath you where your tailbone and the next point of contact hits the mat. So the distance, the width, and the height. So you want to think about how long that is and how tall. And then bend the knees, lift your bottom, take your apparatus underneath the tailbone, and then lengthen the legs, and you'll feel a length through those hip flexors. So we're using that on purpose to use gravity, that lift up of the hips, the gravity pull of the legs to lengthen through these hip flexors. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees, slide the feet close to your body, pull the knees in and let them hang open. Inhale. As you exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, flex the feet and open, sending the feet out wide. So you take the heels and you send them to those outer walls. When you're doing that, you're trying to create length through the hamstring if you can. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, bend the knees, let the knees hang open. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, flex the feet and open. I know, Chels. It's crazy Those legs took a hit this week. But then I was like, so did my arms, so did our back, so did our abs. We had a productive week. Inhale, exhale, close the legs, bend the knees, let the knees hang open. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, point the feet, and then kick so that you're kicking your feet up over the head. So you're trying to intentionally do little kicks with the feet that will lengthen out those hamstrings. Oh yeah, brain work for sure, Sudha. That's true. Always a given, flex the feet, keep your kick. Uh-oh. I heard the pitter patter. What's gonna make this one feisty is I left the door open so she could come in and out. And so she's gonna go get a burst energy and then come share it with us. No biting. Now open the legs. As you open the legs, use your hands and press out either on the thighs, the calves, or the feet. No biting. No biting. No biting. Inhale. As you exhale, come around the back side of the feet or the calves or the hamstrings and pull towards the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and close the legs, bend the knees. Now before we remove the ball, you're going to set one foot at a time down to the floor, open up the thighs, so you're diamonding the legs. Feet are together, knees are out. Let there be songs to fill the air. Big breath in. Exhale, try and release the tension in the hips. One more big breath in. Now this one's a little bit more uncomfortable. Heel toe your feet out and then let your knees drop in. So now you're in inversion. If that doesn't feel right, stay in the external rotation instead. Yeah. That's right. Why aren't you still sleeping? I wish you could see she has her whole leg in her mouth. Not just her paw, the whole leg. I guess better than my hand, so I'm just gonna appreciate that she's chewing on her own paw. One more big breath in. Then as you exhale carefully, so you don't want to wrench the knees back open, carefully heel toe your feet back to neutral, lift your bottom, remove your apparatus, and roll your back down. Straighten the legs, and then feel underneath, and you should feel like your back melts to the floor just a little bit deeper into the mat. So instead of having that position where you have that back gap that is large, it should be either much smaller or more connected to the mat. Then we're going to use that to our advantage. Pull your left knee to your chest and then draw the left knee over the right side. Left arm comes up and out, and then look over the left shoulder. Use your right hand to put gentle pressure on that left thigh. Inhale. As you exhale, Come back to center, but listen, you're going to put your right or your left foot on your right knee and then pull that left knee. So we started with that standing figure four stretch. Now you're in a supine figure four stretch. You're pulling the right knee in, pressing the left knee out, flexing the left foot, and then anchor your tailbone. Yes. What I used to do is yoga sculpt, strength and conditioning, and then stretching. So it was those three. Yoga sculpt was 45 minutes, and then strength and conditioning was an hour, and then stretching was 30 minutes. Like 36 minutes, realistically. I hardly remember my schedule back then. I'm proud of myself for knowing that. Now take your left foot, place it down on the floor. Bring your right hand, pull that leg towards you, and then open up to the side with that left arm. Look over that left shoulder. Big breath in. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and bring your legs back to center. Now, knee to knee, rock front to back, forward and back a little bit. I know, it's so crazy the difference, huh? Now, take that left leg down to the mat, keep your right knee tucked in towards the body. You can rock it a little bit to tease that into a little bit more range of motion. And then bring your right leg over across the body. Right arm comes up, open it, look over that right shoulder. Use your left hand to press gently on that thigh. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in. As you exhale, come back to center. Place your right foot on the left knee. So as you come into that, you have that right foot on the left knee. You're pulling the left knee in towards you, pressing the right knee away from you. Flex that right foot, and then take the tailbone, press it down into your mat. Inhale. As you exhale, take the right foot, set it down to the left. Take that left hand, thread it in, and then pull that right thigh towards the floor. Right arm comes up and open, and then look over that right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Try and pay attention to the tension in your hip, in your IT band, in your back. Release and let go. One more big breath in. As you exhale, come back to center, knee to knee. This time rock side to side, right to left. Big breath in. As you exhale, roll yourselves up and then turn over onto your hands and knees. Take your toes into the floor, lift the body into that inverted V, down dog. Float your left leg. Now pull that left leg into pigeon. Twice. What? What a great week for our pigeon stretch, huh? This time as we come forward, so again, you can stay upright. If you come forward, we're going to take our right hand and feed it underneath the left. Inhale. And then as you exhale, switch the arm. Take the left arm underneath. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that left arm back to center. Push up. Dig your right toes into the floor. And then lift that left foot and bring it into that lunge position. Now stay to start with that right knee hovering. So with that right knee hovering, you're intentionally pulling the hip flexors just a little more tight so you can stretch and lengthen. You can rock forward and back a little bit. Inhale. And then exhale, set that right knee down, flatten the right foot, turn the left toes out, come onto the pinky rim of that foot, and then reach behind. The part where she used my head as a pillow. She's like, oh, this is going to be the most comfortable spot. My mom's face. Inhale. Exhale. Drop that right hip. And then bring that left hand back to the mat. Dig your right toes into the floor. Step back into a high hover. Low hover. Press your chest through, extension of the hips. Lift the tailbone. Float the right leg. Pull the right leg through. Now in that same thing, you can stay upright, you can crawl forward, you pick your position. We'll do same, both arms in this position as well. So go ahead and take your left hand, bring your left hand underneath. Inhale. Exhale. Push into that right hand, come up and switch. So one of those, when you take one hand across, it's the outer thigh that deepens in the stretch. And then with the other, it's the inner thigh that deepens with the stretch. No biting. Inhale. As you exhale, push into your hands. Go get your duck. Go get your duck. Press into your left toes. Now as you press into your left toes, take your right foot so it's in that forward lunge. You're keeping your left hip up and your left knee up so that you can use this as a nice deep stretch for the hip flexor. You can rock front to back a little bit. So sometimes the stretch is too deep and you have to come up a little bit and then drop and let it go. It won't naturally want to release, so you've got to kind of concentrate and set the intention of letting the weight of that quad go so that that hip can lengthen. And then from there, go ahead and set your knee down, turn your right toes out, come onto the pinky rim of that right foot, and then reach your right hand behind. Inhale. Exhale, drop that hip, let it go. And bring both hands to the mat. Now dig the left toes into the floor, hover the left knee, step back into that high hover, low hover, press your chest through. Set the knees down. Now for our last stretch, flatten the feet. You're going to come back into that child's pose one more time. Inhale. As you exhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Turn yourselves over so you're back in a seated position once again. And then once you're in that seated position, take the legs out nice and wide. The legs open up, and that's going to be individual for your range of motion. And then crawl your hands forward. Big breath in. As you exhale, walk your hands back in, sit up nice and tall. Take that left arm over to the right. Now when you take your left arm over to the right, you could use your right hand to hook the thigh to have a little extra leverage for that stretch. Inhale and exhale, switch. Take that right arm over. You can use your left arm as leverage. Did you get it? Did you get it? Are you there? Inhale. As you exhale, come back to center. Now this time, sitting up nice and tall, twist towards your right and lean in. So we came into lateral flexion first. Now spinal rotation, you turn and lean in. Try and press your left hip down. So again, some of you can lay your forehead on that thigh. You can have your arms all the way down. Whatever range of motion you have, just breathe into that. Exhale and try and let go of the tension in the hip, in the back, in your mind, in your heart. Press back up nice and tall. Turn towards your left, sitting up nice and lifted through the spine, and then tip at the hip and come forward towards that left thigh. This right side, you're pressing down as you drop into that left leg. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. As you exhale, come up nice and tall. Now last thing, you're going to bend that right knee and then take the left leg and cross it over. Now if that range of motion doesn't work, just set the foot in front instead. And then from there, try and press your left hip down. So in that position, that might even be deep enough just right there in that stretch. That feels good, linger there. Otherwise, take your right arm, press it up against your left thigh. Take your left hand, press it into the floor, and twist. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. Now come back to center and switch. As you switch, you're going to take that left knee, lay it down on the floor. Take the right foot, cross it. Again, if that doesn't feel good, lay it in front. And then from there, press into your right hip. Take your left hand. Bring a little rotation with that fulcrum pressing into the thigh. Right hand presses into the floor. When we press into the floor with that back hand, it lifts the sternum. That's what we're after. Good girl. Good girl. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath. As you exhale, Unwind yourself. This time you're going to take the knees, stack them, and then come over onto your hands and knees. Inhale. Exhale, dig the toes into the floor, lift the hips, down dog, inverted V. Walk your hands back, dangle your arms, relax the muscles in your head, neck and shoulders. Whatever stress you can let go of, whether that's mental, physical, emotional, release what you don't need to carry around today. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll yourself up with intention, squeeze your bottom, pull your belly button in, roll those shoulders back and down. So we're standing nice and tall, your heart is lifted, big breath in, arms up. And exhale one more time, big breath in, arms up. Going through. Exhale, release, give yourselves a big hand. Good work, Hopester. Good work, team. Thank you so much for being here at 8 a.m., not 8 p.m. That's a whole different story at 8 p.m., right? So with this week, if you have any requests for formats that you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be in charge. But I hope that you have a great rest of the day. Aw, yay, Jackie. So I'm so glad when we get to spend a little moment and try and unwind all the stuff from the week. Aw, good, Chels. I know sometimes it's hard. It's hard to make the time is so hard, especially with all the things that may be demanding our time. But it's always, I hope that we always feel in a better space after, whether even if you just are laying there and being tackled by children or pets. I hope that the time serves you mentally and emotionally as well as with, good, Lisa. And hopefully your hip flexors, Lisa, hopefully you could feel some release there. I know those are the thing about the hip flexors is the stretches never feel good. They are a little painful when we're stretching the hip flexors and the IT band for most people. And so they don't feel great when we're doing them, but hopefully it will make it just a little bit better this week. That's my goal. So anyway, have a great rest of the day. I'm glad you made it. I'm super proud of you guys because you're technically here an hour earlier. So awesome job showing up. I should have thought that through. I didn't even think that through. I forgot about it actually when I was scheduling. So thanks for reminding me too. Me too. And I couldn't tell if it was pops and cracks from my body or Hope biting me or who knows, but I know I get to take my mom dinner this early evening. So I'm excited for that. I'll send all those birthday wishes. And I have told her happy birthday from you guys who asked me to pass that on. And her message, let me see, her message was so sweet. It's worth, what did she say? The birthday blessings from all of your friends are overwhelming. Please tell them that I love and appreciate each one of them and thank them for me. So, man, I hit the jackpot with my mama. So anyway, that's the message that I will give you all individually as well. But just so that you know, she really appreciates you guys. And I think she mainly appreciates you guys for being with me, for taking such good care of me. So that's for a mama, like knowing that your kids feel loved and supported. That's like the biggest thing. Aw, I love it. I'll pass that on. I'm going to definitely share that for sure. So good. So good. All right, team, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow afternoon, but if not, hopefully sometime this week works out. Stretching Tuesday and Sunday definitely is a whole different win. So even if that's where I get you, I'm happy whenever it works out. So I hope you feel loved and supported today. I will check in this afternoon or this evening, or as Chelsea said, 11:57 maybe. It wasn't even Sunday last week after I said I was going to do that so early. Holy smokes. That's what I get. That's what I get for being overconfident. But anyway, I hope to get the email out actually on Sunday, no matter what time that is. I love you. Have a great day.